Hey everyone, today we're going to be making our soil mix for our seed starting. I'm going to show you the blend that I use that was inspired by Joe Gardner, and I've added a few different things that I like to use. So come with me. Okay, so here are the different ingredients that I use when I make my soil blend. I really love this Pro Mix that has the biofungicide. This helps to keep down the gnats, the fungus gnats that sometimes you get in wet soil. Love the Johnny's 512 mix. This is our compost here. This is just another one of our growing mediums. This one has a little bit of bark in it, which helps for root structure and helps create a little bit of space. We're going to be mixing in a little bit of garden soil, some lime, just a touch of lime, not a whole bunch, and then we're going to be mixing in perlite. Our ratio for this is going to be 3 parts of the peat bark mix, 2 parts compost, 2 parts perlite, 1 part garden soil, and then about 1 ounce of the lime. So like I said, 3 parts of the peat-based mixture. So I'm going to grab 3 scoops of this. There's 2 scoops, and here is the third of the peat-based mixture. Now we're going to grab 2 parts of the compost. And here's our second part of the compost. 1 part garden soil. Here goes the garden soil. 2 parts perlite. Here is our second part of the perlite. And last, we'll grab about 1 ounce of the lime. And I just want you to see how little we're talking about with the lime here. So it's really not a lot in comparison to the rest of our ingredients here. Next step is to mix everything together. So now I'm going to go ahead and take all of our ingredients here and just mix everything up. I'm going to mix it really well, try to get everything blended. Next step is to add water. We don't want it absolutely soaking wet. We don't want water squishing out of it, but we do want it wet enough so that when we squeeze it together, it clumps and holds. So I'm going to start with a bit, mix, and then if I need, I'll add some more in. I think we have our mixture about where we want it moisture-wise. So if you grab a handful of it and you squeeze it, you see water is not coming out, but it's staying together. So it's moist enough to clump, but not so moist that it's oversaturated. Like I had shared in one of my previous posts, we're going to be using these SureRoot 50 cell trays this year. I'm now going to take some of this soil and start putting it in so that you can see what it looks like to get this kind of all in here and squished in real nice. I'm going to pack this in pretty well, and that would be 1 cell there, and then I'll go ahead and fill the rest of this tray. Like I said earlier, this is just a small batch for the amount that I need to get all of these cells filled for our growing purposes. I'm going to be mixing in a way bigger tub, but the ratio remains the same. It's going to be 3 parts of that peat. It's going to be 2 parts compost. It's going to be 2 parts perlite, 1 part of the garden soil, and then you have to adjust the lime accordingly. I hope this was helpful. Check back often for more updates. The next one we're going to be doing are our onions.